live in the solution. I'm Mary Trimble, and I have to apologize for my long absence. I needed to give myself time over the holidays to properly mourn my mum and to spend time with my family. This was my mum's holiday, my holiday, so it was a bit of a difficult time, but still it was still full of some joy and happiness and community. So I just needed to take that time for myself. So I apologize. I am back, darling. And I would be most grateful because while I was away, I lost quite a lot of subscribers. So I would really appreciate if you haven't already, please subscribe, like my videos and share them on your social media, and please comment. I adore feedback. I'm here to communicate with you guys, to make a connection. So now, big week coming up. So I'm going to talk about the aspects for the week, but I will go into detail on each video of the zodiac sign, and how it will relate in which area of your life. So on the 14th, Monday the 14th, and these readings are from the 14th of January through, I'm kind of going to cover the 21st, and I'll tell you why in a bit. It's normally just, the 14th to the 20th, but it will go into the 21st because of the eclipse coming up. So I'm looking up here because I have the aspects in the chart up here. So on the 14th, on Monday the 14th, Mercury sextiles Neptune. I'll go into detail in your video. On the 18th, the moon moves into Cancer. Beautiful, emotional, kind of compassionate time. Then Venus trines Mars on the same day. Mercury is conjunct Pluto as well on the same day. And the Sun squares Uranus. Now, on the 20th, the Sun moves into Aquarius. So happy birthday, Aquarius. Venus is square to Neptune on the same day. And then on Martin Luther King Day, the 21st, actually it's the 20th and the 21st, depending on where you are in the world. But this is a super moon. And a super moon means that the moon is very close to the Earth in its orbit, right? So it's going to appear huge, and it's going to be a blood moon. So it's going to kind of have that rusty look to it. And that's because as it enters, as it gets closer to the Earth, the sun, which is opposite, because that's always happens on a full moon, the sun is opposite the moon. And as it moves into the orbit of the Earth, the fractal of lights makes it appear reddish, rustic kind of color. Now, this is a total lunar eclipse, a full moon total lunar eclipse. We won't have another. And this is the first of the year. Guys, we have 5 eclipses this year, which is kind of a lot. But this is the first of the year, and we won't have a total lunar eclipse like this, a supermoon, until March of the year 2021. So that's a long time to wait. Anyway, so that is they are the aspects for the week. So this is going to be the intro. This will be put on every video, and then we'll go into your horoscope. Okay, so let's go to your horoscope, shall we? Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for January the 14th through January the 20th. And as I said on every video, I am kind of going over a little bit to the 21st because the total lunar eclipse is happening from the 20th. It actually starts at 11:41. So if you look up at the sky at 11:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will peak at 12:15 a.m. on the 21st, and it ends at 12:44 a.m. It's a really long total lunar eclipse. Goes for an hour and 3 minutes, so it's kind of interesting. So anyway, I've already blessed these cards. I'm going to shuffle them while I do the while I do the, come back to me, brain, while I do the horoscope. Oh my goodness. It's kind of late. Trying to get this out for Monday morning. You'll wake up for it. And it's all about Monday through next Sunday. Okay, so your horoscope, Scorpio. Mercury is in the third house, and Mercury rules the third house. Your third house, and it is in a beautiful relationship to Neptune in the fifth house. So you're going to have these brilliant creative ideas. Listen, if you're a writer or you're into the visual arts, you will not be short of material. This is a perfect time to write anything fictional or creative in any way. It's just, you're going to be overwhelmed with all these wonderful ideas. Now, on the 18th, the moon moves into Cancer in your house of spirituality and adventure. And this is about intuition and psychic abilities, right? It's about really being connected. It's extreme. You'll be extremely look, Scorpio, you're a water sign. You're one of the most sensitive signs of the zodiac. You will really feel sensitive. You are going to feel, all the water signs are going to be a lot more sensitive to the moon's trajectory over this next week. Now, what else? Okay, on the same day, there's a lot going on the 18th, right? So Venus is in your second house. It's going to be about finances for you. And Mars it's in a beautiful relationship to Mars in your house of work. Darling, first of all, you could earn extra money. Maybe you get overtime. Maybe you get a new job with a higher income. Something's going to improve with your finances. Now, I will tell you this. You may have the urge, the impulsivity, because Mars can make you impulsive. So you may have the impulse to buy some art to improve the aesthetics at home or something, or even in your office or at work. I would just say that you might have this impulse to buy art. Try to resist that urge to purchase anything. You might just want to organize your office space and your work area in a pleasing way. Listen, turn to music perhaps, as opposed to buying art at this time. Just resist the urge to buy anything at this moment, because you could do an impulse buy and regret it later. So, yes, soothing music could be really inspirational for you at this time. And you'll be really open to great music. Love that. Now, what else? So on the same day, again, this is crazy. On the same day, Mercury is in your third planet, and it's the planet that it rules. And it's right next to Pluto, right? So it's, wow, darling, your mental acuity is off the hook. It's like attention to detail. It's like discovering new ways of promoting yourself, perhaps, your business or yourself. It's almost like the Midas touch, if you will. Brilliant ideas, wonderful networking capabilities. You could even, you could put a post on social media that could take off, that could go viral. It's that kind of energy. Posts will do well. Your communication skills will be sublime. And it's interesting because when you, if you go out to any meetings or at work, it's almost like you can read people's minds. You're so perceptive. You're so tuned in on this day. It's just brilliant. Now, also on the same day, you've got the sun in a challenging aspect to Uranus. Now, the sun is in your third house still at this point, right? And it's in a challenging aspect to Uranus in your house of, can be health, it can be work. Now, you could get some surprising information or maybe even shocking information that could come to light at work. You might find somebody's secrets coming out, you might find something out about a client or a boss or a supervisor or something like that. It could surprise you or it could shock you. But something could come out during this time. Now, on the 20th, the sun moves into Aquarius in your house of roots and home. So I feel that helpful friends could show up from the past, or somebody that you know from the past could pop up out of the blue. It's like bumping into someone out of nowhere that you haven't seen for years. A nice kind of surprise, that could be. Now, also on the same day, you've got Venus, in your house of income, your earnings, personal earnings and personal possessions. And it's in a challenging relationship to Neptune. Is it Neptune? Yeah, Neptune in your house of romance. You could have brilliant ideas and find a really interesting and creative way to generate more income. And it's saying think outside the box. That's what this is saying. It's like think outside the box. Also, you may be a little challenged perhaps in your romantic relationship. Just a little frustration, nothing big. So it's about finding creative ways to handle your little frustration. Maybe patience. Patience is a big one this week. We are kind of, lacking in patience somewhat. Now, the total lunar eclipse is happening in your 10th house now. And the sun is always opposite. A total lunar eclipse, right? It's a full moon lunar eclipse. It's known as a blood moon. We won't get another one till May 26th, the year 2021. It's that rare. Now, full moons are always when the sun is opposite the moon, so it's shining, it's reflecting off the moon. And so the sun is in your home of roots and family and childhood, and so it's kind of in the past, and the eclipse is kind of in the future, right? It's in Leo. It's in, but it's in your 10th house of career. You may need to let go of the old ways of doing things. Look, the eclipses are about bringing into light things that no longer work for us and that don't serve us any well. So it's about letting go. It's about releasing things, it's about not second guessing it, just releasing it, because it's always going to be for the best, right? So this is a need to let go of doing things the old way and really be aware of not being ruled by your ego, right? Because Leo can be very egotistical. So we want to step back and you want to look at the bigger picture and humbly proceed sans your ego. Without your ego, you're going to benefit greatly from letting go of old ideas and being open to new ones. So it's like, try not to be stubborn about holding on to the old ways of doing things. Oh, okay, that one's going to go. It's about letting go and really being open to new ways. Don't be closed. Practice being open, and things are really going to work out greatly. So now that's your horoscope. Let's go to your card, shall we? And the first card out for you is the Hanging Man. This is about looking at things from a different perspective. This is the eclipse for you. This is about letting things go and not seeing things the way you've always seen them. It's about, because look, he's hanging there. He's almost like in a yoga pose, right? And he's like this, and he's kind of cocked his head and he's looking at something from. Things look different when you change your perception, right? And your point of view. So what's interesting is the Empress is clarifying this. So this is about creative ways of looking at things differently. Look, It's all about creativity. You know, this is about the eclipse is in Leo. It's about being connected creatively. When you are in creativity, you are connected to the creator, right? Creativity. You are in a zone. You're not aware of what's going on. You know, you're laser focused on this wonderful creative whatever you're doing, right? So this is about taking a creative look at what you're doing, because it's not working for you and you need to change it. And look, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. That's, darling, all your needs are being met. This is about financially secure, financial security. You have a lot of this coming week is about kind of finances and security and finding creative ways of doing something. Perhaps you don't have to put so much effort in to create the security that you desire or need. And look, you've got the Ace of Water, which is kind of, well, of course it's intuitive. You really have to, this is all about intuition this week, and psychic abilities too. And you have to rely on your gut feeling. And this is about opportunity too. This is a new love coming in. This is love of something. This is passion. But intuition and psychic ability has a major play in it. And you've got the Knight of Cups, darling. This is love coming in. This is your romance, the house of romance. You know, Leo is about romance, right? Clarifying your romance. See, the Knight of Cups is a gift of love. It's also a gift of intuition and psychic abilities too. But clarifying this card is the Strength card. So the Strength card is your strength is in kindness and compassion. So it's like, put that sting away, Scorpio. Don't be holding grudges and secretly sting them when they're not looking. When they least expect it, right? This is about being open. This is about being kind, compassionate. It's about telling someone, it's about telling you are going to have some frustrations this week, no doubt about it. And in your probably with your significant other. But it's about handling it in a creative way, and it's about being kind and compassionate, and it's about telling them how you feel. Because half the time with you, Scorpio, your partners don't know that they've hurt you. They're totally oblivious and unaware. And you expect them to read your mind. But it's about telling people how you feel. It's about telling them what you need, what you want from them, what you expect. It's okay to tell someone what you expect. Give them the opportunity to step up to the plate. Because 9 times out of 10, they want to step up to the plate. They want to know what you want. They want to be there for you. You know, they love you. They want you to be happy. And, you know, they're okay with knowing that, as long as you're kind and compassionate when you do that. So you can enjoy this wonderful moment of bliss and connectivity. Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media so that my channel can grow. I kind of, because I wasn't here for a while, I lost quite a lot of subscribers. So I need to up that. So if you haven't already, please comment and feedback. I am going to ask people probably next week for sure whether they want to continue me doing the horoscope, because it's a lot of work. I spend a whole day and sometimes a day and a half just writing them. And a lot of it's off the cuff too. But anyway, it's time consuming. So I might go back to, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to ask that next week. So that's next week. I love you all. And I'll see you next week.